Okay guys, so we are in After Effects, so let's get started on doing the dark force in the air effect. So first, here is my video right here. So I'm just gonna import it in and let's drag it in. Now I'm just gonna cut it, B and N. I mean about there. And let's trim to come to work area. So here we'll do our work. Okay, so now when I point up in the sky, it's too dark, so we're gonna fix that by going to Effects, Color Correction, and Curves. You don't have to do this if it's not dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit the keyframe and we're gonna bump it up a bit like that until it looks kind of like good. I'd say about there. So then we're gonna add another effect, color correction, brightness and contrast, and we're gonna set a keyframe. So first bring up brightness about there. Then we're gonna go to part where we can see, and we're gonna set it back to 0. Here need to be normal, and there we go. So now it's a bit brighter than usual, so let's get started on the effect. So first we're going to do the Death Star. So how I did that was I went to Google to search off an image like Death Star, and you also need to write transparent background so that it's transparent at the back, and you don't need to mask it. So go to image and find a good picture. I found this and it was pretty good. You can use this or that or any other, but I'm using this, so I'm gonna save image and I'm going to save it in my tutorial folder. So I'm gonna save it, and now once we got that, we import it and then we drag it in on top of the video. So now as you can see, it's too large, so let's scale it down by holding shift so it doesn't lose and it stays the same size. So here I'm just gonna take the quality back to 4 so we can see full resolution. Then we're gonna place where I want. I'm gonna place it right here and I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, so right about like that. Then as you can see, the camera is moving and the Death Star doesn't follow up, so we need to track something. So we'll go to here, double click, and we're gonna go to tracker. If you don't have this, go to window and enable tracker right here. So we're gonna click track motion. I'm gonna find a good place to start. The first time I worked this was the best place, so I'm just gonna put it right there and let it do its thing. So let's, as you can see, it loses track, so let's go back right there, the frames in. Okay guys, so it is done. So now that we have our tracking, we're gonna create a node, layer, new node, and we're gonna edit target to the node. Okay, then apply X and Y. Now we have the node tracked. So now go to the first frame and position the Death Star where you want. I'm positioning it right here, about here. Now I'm gonna parent the Death Star to the node. So now the Death Star follows the node and it is tracked in the air. Good enough. So now we're gonna make adjustments to the Death Star by going Death Star, effect, hue and saturation, color correction, and hue and saturation, click colorize and go to a bluish part like the sky, and just play with the settings until you get something like kind of like that. It shows the effect that it's far away from the earth, and like, but you can still see it, like kind of like the moon, but in day. So I'm just gonna increase about that, so it blends in with the sky and it's trapped. So next we're gonna be looking at the Star Destroyer. So I went to Google again and I searched Star Destroyer and transparent. Try to find a good one, because this, I shot it from the bottom, so I need a one that is like kind of shot from the bottom, and I found this and it's good enough. So I'm just saving image, save, and we're gonna import it to After Effects. Then we're gonna bring it again. So now we have this. So let's scale it down and position where we want. We're gonna position right here. Let's rotate a bit. Now the Star Destroyer moves slowly for us, but actually it's moving fast. We're gonna make it move slow. So we're gonna scale down about there. And we're gonna hit P. First we're gonna track it to the node so that it's tracked. Then we're gonna hit P on the Star Destroyer and set a stopwatch. Then we're gonna go into it's kind of out. And we're gonna move a bit because it's a ship and it's supposed to move, but it's just moving a little bit for us. So that looks good. It's moving a bit. And we're gonna do the same technique we did to the Star Destroyer, but we're gonna do it differently. We're gonna duplicate it and we're gonna apply one with the hue and saturation and the other one without. So now we're clicking colorize and go to a bluish part. Let's see about there. Like that. Kind of like that. Go T and say 55. Okay, so now it's obviously too strong, because if it's like kind of like the same, that means like the distance is the same. So this is closer, so we're gonna take the one with the hue and saturation, press T and just lower the opacity, and if you lower into 0 you will get nothing. So let's just get about 61%, and as you can see it's a bit less than this, but it shows the effect like that. Okay, so now for the TIE fighters, you're going to have Element 3D for this. If you don't have, then you can't accomplish this effect. You're going to find a Star Wars TIE fighter, a 3D model, and you're going to download it as an OBJ, because Element 3D supports that. So I've downloaded it, and I'm gonna import it here, and it doesn't come with a material. It comes with a material, but Element 3D only supports JPEG. So I'm just gonna create a new solid, name it TIE Fighter, go to Effect, Video Copilot, Element, and it's loading. Go to Scene Setup and go to Import. Then we're gonna import our TIE Fighter. Should be there. So now we have this. So we don't have the material, because this is a material and we can't change it into a JPEG. So I try to find a preset that comes with Element 3D, and I try to find the body. So like alt and click until I see the body. Like do that until I find the body, like the main ship of the. So here is a part, so I'm gonna select this. Let's bring shiny, put it on top. Okay guys, so I finished texturing the TIE Fighter. So I just used chrome, shiny and glass for the glass. You don't have to go too much detail because it's gonna be pretty far. So once you have that, hit OK. We have this, go to group 1, create group, no, create. We have this, we're gonna rotate it for where we want it to go. So about there, scale it down to around there. We'll position it and right around there. We'll rotate this bit up. Like that. Now we want to create 3 more TIE Fighters, but we don't want to duplicate it because it wastes time. So instead we're going to go to the original TIE Fighter, go to particle replicator and go to particle count and type in 3. Unless I only want 3 TIE Fighters, so I'm typing 3. Then we're going to change here to plane, and that's it. So now we have 3 TIE Fighters, and it's really that simple. Instead of duplicating and doing it, positioning. So now it's not tracked, so let's track it. Make sure you track the group no, not the TIE Fighter, to the no. And it should be tracked. So now we're gonna hit P and position and go to part and just make it go out until we can't see. So now we have that. So now as you can see, it goes on top of the plant. So what we need to do, we'll rotate the video. We rotate the video, yeah. We duplicate it, we double click, and we just rotate it. So I keep saying rotate. So we'll just rotate this out like that. Rotate like that. It's pretty simple if it knows, because the difference between green and white is not much. There's very many difference in white and green, so it picks up the color easily. So now let's go through the frames to see if it sticks. Oh, there's one like that. Oh, I missed right there. So let's Alt for not selecting, and green is just dragging. So let's go to the frame into the TIE Fighter goes, so I can see the keyframe. So we're gonna keep going, and done. So that was an easy roto. So now that we got that, we just gonna position it over the TIE Fighter, not the group, no, and boom. So let's set the smoothness to 5 so it's smoother, and let's set the feather to 28 about, so it's feathering a bit. And yeah guys, that's it. It's really easy. Don't forget to hit the motion blur on the TIE Fighter and on the Star Destroyer. Not need for the Death Star because it's not moving. But yeah, it's just you trying out new things. You don't have to do it like me. Maybe you find new stuff and put it in, or maybe you find a 3D model of a Death Star and rotate it. I don't know, but that's how I did it, and it ended up pretty good. So Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.